A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILEcast, only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, inmates in Moyo Government Prison receive assorted items from development partners. Negative mindset affecting development in Pakwach district. And Adjumani district animal owners cautioned against stray animals. This and more in the NILEcast News Bulletin. It's the 8th of April 2024. You're most welcome to the NILEcast, only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Development partners and Moyo District local government officials visited Moyo Government Prison to show their solidarity to the inmates with the calls for reconciliation and settling minor cases within the communities instead of taking every matter to court. Take a look.
The visit to the government prison is to show solidarity to the inmates and understand the plight of the inmates in order to collaboratively advocate for their rights. Honorable Batio Joyce, the Secretary for Gender, Labor and Social Services in the district, said the prison is too congested and implored the local government of Moyo to engage the community through community sensitizations so as to reduce on the crime rate and the problem of congestion in the facility.
But what I've noticed here is that I think the government, especially the local government of Moyo district, need to do a lot so that the numbers of the inmates here can be reduced. Because from the look of things, the number in the prisons is really increasing. It's increasing. They are about 237. 37 will be big because the prison facility here is not even sufficient enough to accommodate that number of people.
Mr. Sekemwere Mohammed, the head of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee Moyo Field Office, who doubled as the head of the delegation, re-echoed the need to promote reconciliation and cohesion among the community members, both the nationals and the refugees, so as to foster peace.
The magistrate, to see when conflicts erupt, they are managed at community level. But also the issue of alternative to detention. Alternative detention also help to resolve problems when someone is within the community. So we also bring projects to the community that we call them peaceful coexistence projects, like water, hospitals, schools, where the locals and refugees are getting services together and they bring cohesion.
Buhinjiro Benjamin, the magistrate, one of the Chief Magistrate Court Moyo, encouraged the people of both Moyo and Obongi districts to consider solving some minor disagreements within their community instead of taking every matter to court.
I want to encourage people in Moyo and Obongi especially to always find ways to reconcile and solve some of these issues at the family level. It's very important, especially for matters that are not so serious, that are not so, controversial. You can sit at home and resolve. And I think for us at court, at the Moyo Chief Magistrate Court, we try to always promote reconciliation. Because even if the person goes to prison, they are going to come out, you're going to live in the same community with them. Understand? So it is very, very important that you prioritize reconciliation within the community. That's how you live well together. That's how you'll prosper as a community.
The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugee Moyo Field Office, with the sister agencies, donated assorted items such as jerrycans, mats, soap, sanitary pads, underwears, among others, to the inmates at the facility, which was established in 1961 by the then governor to punish offenders. The facility was established to accommodate 120 inmates, but as of yesterday, the facility had 138 inmates, both male and female, with the highest number of inmates being the youth. It's from this background that the authorities are calling upon the public in the area to consider solving some minor disagreements within their homes other than taking every matter to court so as to decongest the facility. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, residents of Pakwach district have been urged to be ambassadors of positive change so as to become good innovators to cause development in the district. This urge was made by the Deputy Resident District Commissioner, Pakwach District, Achille Twaib, during the commissioning of Majestic Nile Hotel, one of the tourist sites in Pakwach Town Council, Pakwach District. Alfred Jawok reports more.
The Deputy RDC Pakwach District Twalib Achille has challenged residents of Pakwach District to be ambassadors of positive change so that they become good innovators to cause development in the district. Achille urged communities of Pakwach District to make use of the available tourist sites to generate income which may make them earn money to fight poverty. He was speaking on Saturday, 6th April 2024. As guest of honor during the commissioning of Majestic Nile Hotel, one of the tourist sites in Pakwach Town Council, Pakwach District. According to Achille, many youths have been engulfed in dubious activities such as robbery, theft, among others, which is a disservice to the growing development.
Earlier on, I decided that the people of Pakwach required what we call mindset change. Mindset change literally means that your understanding of the society. Our people still believe on those days understanding of the society in pre-occupied mind, late hour levels. One, people believed that those things of witchcraft, going into the bush, what still exist. But this time, the world has changed. Therefore, people's minds should be swiftly changing from the preoccupied mind or occupied times to the current. So to the current world. One, the current world is too digital. The current world you can know anything at any time, at any point t. So by still keeping yourself so fixed, therefore your mind has not changed. So my people of Pakwach still believe in those things of witchcraft, witches. They call them jokes, joggers, what? But these things are not there. These things are not real. I've been here. I've been for 1 year. And this is the time that they should know that doctor who has put on this structure. And those days people will say, if you put a structure at home, you will be bewitched. But doctor is here, he's still living.
Meanwhile, Dr. Gabriel Uyiroth, the proprietor of Majestic Nile Hotel Pakwach, said this country depends on creative people who can cause development in their areas. He encouraged businessmen to inspire young people to start businesses so as to fight unemployment in this country.
We have development in this area as well because there was nothing of this quality in this area, and there's of course a lot of lack of opportunities, lack of resources to help people move up, and so this is a golden chance for us to attract people to come and visit this area. There's a park nearby, so guests can come and have a pleasant time here. There's also the Nile, which is a wonderful opportunity to enjoy a boat ride and also have some to chill out here. And there's also the opportunity in northern, especially in West Nile, for you to be near the park. Arua is nearby.
Recent research done by Love for Peace Initiative LOPI, a non-governmental organization working in Pakwach district, indicates that many youths have failed to do productive work to sustain their lives, and poor mindset change is the biggest challenge in fighting poverty. Pakwach district is a gateway to West Nile region, and it has many tourist sites such as Machishon Falls National Park, Wanglei Cultural Site, among others. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, Moyo District farmers have been urged to make good use of the rains by planting varieties of crops, which will in turn improve on the economy of the district. This urge was made by Honorable Asusi J.B. Sam, the Secretary for Production and Finance, Moyo District Local Government. Take a look.
The farmers in the district have been idle and stranded after last year's harvest due to the prolonged dry spell in the district. But now some of the farmers are getting back to what they love to do best after receiving some light showers in the district. Honorable Asusi J.B. Sam, the Secretary for Production and Finance, Moyo District Local Government, urged the farmers in the district to make good use of the rains by planting variety of crops which will in turn improve the economy of the district, and appeal to the youth to engage in horticulture other than being idle.
It has been a long time that the place has been dry. People have been facing rough, having sleepless night because of the dry spell. Now that God has sent for us rain, I want to appeal to farmers to make good use of this rain, because this rain now in April is good for cultivation. I've seen for the few days most of people are still loitering around. The rain, the year is going, the months is passing, and people should engage in productive activity. This is the right season for planting maize, the right season for planting nuts, and so on.
Mr. Tomamangwizo Zimo, the Senior Agriculture Officer Moyo, said, according to the reports from the Meteorological Department, the rains are fully back and therefore appeal to farmers to start planting crops, and those who are yet to start cultivating their lands need to use the fastest means possible so as to catch up with the rest if they are to realize better harvest.
Our rainy season has come, and my message is to you, to guide you on what to do with these rains which we have. I must tell you from the information we have got from Uganda Meteorological Authority, the rains have started, and this is already our fastest cropping season. So for farmers who have been preparing their land in the dry season, it is high time we can start planting. And for those who have not started yet, we need to hurry up. We use the fastest means possible, like the tractors and the ox plows, so that we prepare the land early and also plant timely for better harvest at the end of the season.
Mr. Angwe Joseph, the Assistant Agriculture Officer Metu and Oche Sub-County, urged farmers to start planting crops now that the rains are back, saying any type of crop can be planted, therefore there is no need for the farmers to be hesitant about the types of crops they want to plant.
Now the rain has come. What I would like the farmers to do immediately is, the rain is enough to plant cassava, to plant sweet potato, even those other big seeds or planting materials can germinate, or they can sprout if they plant even banana. By this time it will sprout and grow. So they should not wait for the rain to go on raining for a long time, because the crops they plant by this time will also benefit from nitrogen plus. That is when they grow maize and other things.
According to reports, most farmers in the district have two planting seasons, which is March to April and August to September. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, animal owners in Ajumani district have been cautioned to tie their animals or risk animals being arrested and auctioned according to the law passed by the leaders from the various sub-counties in the district. This warning was issued by Taban Peter Data, the resident district commissioner, Ajumani district. Onzima Alan reports.
As the rain season is coming back and most people have started cultivation and planting of crops, therefore authorities in Ajuman district have called on the locals to take good care of their animals as they are becoming a source of inconvenience in the town. Atataban Peter, the resident district commissioner Ajuman said animal owners should tie their animals since animals arrested will be auctioned according to the law passed by the leaders from the various sub-counties in the district.
If you know that you have animals and you have left them graze throughout this dry season, it is high time for you to collect your animals and take care and take charge of them. Because if you will not do that, then it will be unfortunate for you. I think the council has already passed a resolution, and this resolution is in place. So sub-counties have also come up with bylaws, and these bylaws are already working. I have seen in some sub-counties where there are animals which are locked there for days and nobody is going. I think they have now the right to come to the courts so that the courts can take responsibility. And these animals are auctioned. And this will be a lesson for all of us. So those who have animals, it is high time to take care of your animals.
Olea Pauline, the vice chairperson LC1 Marindi Central Village, Marindi Parish, Ajuman district, appeals to the owners to start keeping their animals since they are used to support families, paying school fees, and other necessities to their children. Meanwhile, the sub-county chairperson of Pakara sub-county, Honorable Kanzo Kenneth, expressed anger to those whose animals are still moving freely, adding that the practice should be stopping during dry seasons.
But of course, in the dry season, there were also grasses in pan off. The difficulty in it is that there were no grasses. But right now, rain has started. We put a strong measure, and even we have started collecting the stray animal at the sites of Paris. It has started since when the rain has not even started, but my appeal to community is that much as the law is there, but I'm seeing that there is that tendency of not doing the best as we always give this word to them. As I speak, there are about 20 animals collected in Paris on behalf of the sub-county, because the people in Una, on them, they don't want stray animal to move around. That's why in dry season they were able to retain them.
During dry seasons, most people in Ajuman resort to free grazing of animals due to scarcity of green pastures for their animals. Oraku Benson Pastore, Onzima Alan, West Nile Television, Nilecast. very good evening, viewers. You are most welcome for today's edition of NILE Sports News. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore. This is West Nile Television. The program is NILEcast, but the segment right now is what is happening in the world of sports. I can confirm to you, over the weekend, a lot of things happened. We saw the final of Copa del Rey being played, German Bundesliga, English Premier League, the English Premier League, that's a division, and also West Nile Regional League. But let's kickstart our discussion with what happened over the weekend within the region of West Nile. It's all about the game between Paida Black Angels and Pakwach Youngsters, which ended prematurely because of tear gas and chaos being witnessed in the game. Let's have the detailed information about this particular game.
The anticipated West Nile regional game between Pakwach Youngsters Sports Club and Paida Black Angels Sports Club on Sunday 7th April 2024 at St. Mary's Stadium, Pakwach, ended prematurely with the fights and tear gas as police dispersed rowdy fans who engaged in fighting in the 7 minutes of added time. After 90 minutes of the game, tensions emerged between the fans of Pakwach Youngsters Sports Club and Paida Black Angels Sports Club, which later forced the match officials to end the game prematurely. Some of the fans sustained injuries, though none of the players were injured in the scuffles, which forced heavy deployment of police officers to shoot bullets in the air to disperse the rowdy fans. However, Hussein Baji, the head coach Pakwach Youngsters, attributed the chaos to poor officiation of the game. Mbaji blames match officials for denying them chance to win the game after a goal scored in the first half was cancelled as offside. He recalled the bad officiation with the Super Eagles Sports Club and the Nyahama among others, which according to him, his club was going to win, but nevertheless, it was impossible.
This has happened to us in a number of games. The officiating is not right. The officiating for the game of Super Eagles, the officiating from the game of Nyahama, the overkicking in the game of Arua City. The referees are officiating games casually. They are not doing their role as referees. When it is supposed to be a red card, it is supposed to be a card. But their officiating is totally for amateur football. They are so good for primary school football and high school football.
When contacted for comments, Robert Jacon, the president by the Black Angels Sports Club, refuted the claim but urged West Nile FUFA officials to always have professionalism in the games. Jacon applauded his fans for being obedient during their games for this season, unlike in the past where by the Black Angels fans could be blamed for being indisciplined.
Even fans of Pakwach Youngsters, upon being a little bit disciplined in the first 90 minutes of the game, you know, when the tensions of the game gets higher, the emotions of the fans also increases. So in the last minutes of the game, it affected the game, but nevertheless, we're grateful that the game has been successful. The security team tried their best, though there were cases of fans trying to fight outside the pitch, but I believe security tried to manage the game well. And what I need to put to draw attention of our fans is that, particularly for the Black Angel fans, is that as we always preach to them, peace and unity, the discipline during the game, that is what we need to take most, because in most occasions, in the process of this tournament, I believe for this particular season, the Black Angel fans tried their best as we have been advocating for discipline in the games. All along, the games have been very much disciplined, and they also, as manifested in yesterday's game against Pakwach Youngsters at a match playground, I believe if our fans were chaotic, based on the numbers of the fans that was in attendance of the game, to totally make a very, very negative narrative.
The game ended goalless draw as by the Black Angel Sports Club is on top of table of Nyagak zone. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, NILEcast.
Away from the story of West Nile, Travel to Acholi sub-region, a very big story as Pajula sub-county football tournament is set for development after fetching some talented players within the region. Let's have the reported story.
For the last 2 years, Johnson Kenyero, a local investor in Paloga sub-county, Lamour district, was interested in using football tournament to promote his business, Balcony Industrial Park. But along the way, his dream is expanding now, given the current outcome of the game.
We are picking up very strong footballers. At one time, Paloga challenged Kitgum team, the whole of the greater Kitgum team, and they drew. If Paloga alone could draw with the whole of Kitgum team, it means there's a big potential in them. And my aim is to get them exposed. If possible, also take some of them abroad, let them play abroad, and get linked with other international teams.
After every goal scored during the match, unity and love is expressed in the face of both the players and the fans. In each win, the celebration expression goes beyond the match. As a sign of sustainable peace in the region, expressed in the face of this young generation.
It is just respect. We love it, and we love it, and we love it so much. So we just keep it like a friendship, we keep it like a trophy, we keep it like a home. We love it so much, and this is it.
And now, the local leaders is in full support of the tournament. Alimuchan Bitres, a female councillor for Paloga sub-county, says the tournament has also become the source of livelihood for some of the youth.
It also promotes business. Like the one you are seeing, this boy, what he's doing? He's doing business and he's bringing the items for people to buy. And also that's one of the one where I can get, it's a marketplace. So this type of game, if they are to continue, people will keep on buying things that people they are selling.
Beatrice also says the game is building strong peaceful coexistence among the youth in Paloga sub-county and beyond.
Others who are coming from also different, even this one here, the spectators, also they get to know in others, this one is coming from this, and when I go somewhere also, I remember that maybe the person I've met from the field.
Some of the players applauded John Kenyero for his initiative and urged him to expand on his search for the talented football in the sub-county.
Clubs budong mga nagtuwa biar na no tigi club parang ma umeri ke weng biar butuh ka no ke dano mapun ka club ke bata.
While crowning the champions for the third round of Paloga football tournament, John Kenyero promised to construct a stadium in Paloga sub-county. Stephen Okello for West Nile Television, Nile Cast.
Let's get to the biggest story of the region. It's all about the commencement of the West Nile Region Zonal Championship for secondary schools. I can confirm to you these games are going on live in Koboko District, and the host school is St. Charles Lwanga Senior Secondary School. And I want to tell you some of the games that have already been played in day one. Mvara Secondary School humbled the school that comes from Nebi, the champions from Nebi. I'm talking about St. Komboni College by 5-0. The same score line registered by the team, the school rather, Arue Senior Secondary School of Arue SS. Arue SS is a school that comes from Teregu District, and also RSS managing to beat them by 5-0. The host school, St. Charles Lwanga Senior Secondary School, have begun the day with a 2-0 win over a school called Idiwa Comprehensive, and the game between Mvara and Usindi has just ended. It was the last game of the day, and people want to know how it ended, because right now we talk about the tournament. These are the biggest schools, I should say. The scoreline ended 1-1. No another school did win the game. they had to settle for a 1-1 draw. I mean the game between Mvara Senior Secondary School and the team of Usindi. These are some of the selected results I feel we should be in position to give you. Western Television Desktop feel they should not leave out in the segment of NILE Sports. What about the sister tournament? I am talking about the Department of Girls. Games we are also played. Ediofe, also a school that comes from Arua City. We are 2-0 winners over Nyaro SS. Nyaro SS is a team, is a school rather, that comes from Koboko municipality. The champions of Arua City managed to beat them by 2-0. And there was a game between Mvara and the school called Laropi. It ended 1-1. I'm talking about the girls section of Mvara Senior Secondary School playing 1-1. And the biggest scoreline was registered by the runners-up of last season. I'm talking about Moyo Star College. They ran riot over St. Luke of Fude, demolishing them by 11-0. And there was a game between Pakadasid where they went on to beat Koboko Public by 1-0. These are the selected results we feel we should not leave out for you in the NILE Sports. Let's leave that one there and we jet to Europe because a lot of things happened over the weekend. They still continue to happen. Before we take a look at the games, also a bad omen for the fans of Everton, the stakeholders at large, as again, they have been deducted 2 points for breaching Premier League financial rules. Recently, they were deducted 10 points and the points were reduced to 6. And again, today, their points being deducted again. I am talking about the team of Everton Football Club. And that points deduction still leaves them out of relegation zone. Right now, they are having something of around 27 points. They are 2 points off relegation zone. And also sharing now the same number of points with the team of Nottingham Forest. Because Luton Town, Burnley, and Sheffield United, these are the teams that are still down in the relegation zone. Today I don't want to talk about English Premier League because almost every day I give you the updates happening in English Premier League. I don't want to talk about German Bundesliga because we know that Bayer Leverkusen is just a win away to be crowned as the champions of German Bundesliga. I don't want to talk about Spanish Primera Division because over the weekend there was a very big final. No Barcelona, no Real Madrid, no Atletico Madrid. It was the final of the Copa del Rey between Athletic Bilbao and the team of Real Mallorca. Do you know what? The full time ended 1-1 and Athletic Bilbao cleansing it in the penalty shootout after a 4-2 win over the team of Real Mallorca. What about the Old Firm Derby? The Old Firm Derby is actually a game between the team of Celtic and the Rangers in Scottish Premiership. And I can confirm to you, Rangers got it late against the team of Celtic in extra time. And they played a 3-3 tie, 6 goals being scored in that derby. Another derby was in Dutch Eredivisie for the first of its kind, a record being broken in Dutch Eredivisie as Mizar still keeps on piling on the team of Ajax Amsterdam, and they lost by 6-0 into their arch rivals. I'm talking about Feyenoord, and this is a derby called Dutch Klassiker Derby, 6-0. The team of Ajax Amsterdam fell into the hands of Feyenoord. Right now, you take a look at the table of Dutch Eredivisie. Ajax is nowhere to be seen. The team which is currently leading the table is the team of PSV Eindhoven. They are having 78 points, followed closely by Feyenoord. They are having 69 points. The team called FC Twente comes to third position, and top 4 is completed by Eze Alkmaar. Neck Breda sits at number 5, and Ajax, they are sitting at number 6 of the position of UEFA Champions League, not even Europa League, not even Europa Conference. They sit at number 6 with 45 points. Right now, as I talk, their fate of qualifying for UEFA Champions League next season is over. Maybe they will have to fight to see that they play in the third tier of the biggest European football. I am talking about Europa Conference. That is the little information I can give you about Ajax Amsterdam. They are the record champions of that Eredivisie with something of around 36 titles. And briefly, let's highlight something about the other games that we have played in that Eredivisie. There was a game between Vitesse and the team of Neck. Neck managed to humble Vitesse by 3-0. Meanwhile, Go Ahead Eagles had to settle for a 1-1 draw with the team of Almeria City. Volendam edged out Valvik by 3-2. The same scoreline the team of Utrecht registered over Herneven, which means it also ended by 3-2. Like I said earlier on, Feyenoord ran riot over the team of Ajax, beating them by 6-0. What about in Portuguese Primera Division? I did say today I don't want to talk about English Premier League. There was also a very big game over the weekend between Soccer Lisboa, Sporting Lisbon, and also Soccer Lisboa Benfica, where we saw Porto beating Benfica by 2-1. Sporting Lisbon seems to be running away with the title. Right now, they are having 71 points, and they are followed closely by the team of Soccer Lisboa Benfica that have so far collected 69 points, which means the points gap is only 2. Porto is sitting at number 3 with 58 points. You look at the table standing in the Portuguese Primeira Division, the battle is now remaining for the for the top 2 teams, Sporting Lisbon and the team of Soccer Lisboa Benfica. Porto is now out of the competition. I don't want to talk about English Premier League. I don't want to talk about the German Bundesliga, no Italian Serie A. Sometimes, let's speak uniqueness. Some of the leagues people don't follow. We should let them know what is transpiring in those leagues. It has been me, Benson Pastore, doing it for you. Let's link up again tomorrow. Still tomorrow, I'll be in person to feed you with what is happening in Western Regional Secondary School Ball Games Championship that is currently going in Koboko. I am out of the studio. Have the best of your moments.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. And that via marks the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast only on West Nile Television.